President, Mr. Objective, Superintendent of Schools, James McKenna, Assistant Superintendent, Principal Sean Petretti, Assistant Principal David Alex Smith, Dean of Junior High, Tricia Arslanian, Class of 1983, faculty, parents, fellow graduates, and friends. A specter is haunting our nation. And while there is a purported movement to exorcise this demon by every organized religion, by the systems of bureaucracy and government, and by the holy corporations and their subservient subsidiaries, I find the specter permeates every facet of their being, every aspect of their hypocrisy, and sadly, the specter lies within each and every one of us. It festers, it grows, it smiles. The specter feeds the senseless savagery that seeps in from every segment of our society. It leers at us through our television sets and newspapers and our unpleasant interactions with our fellow human beings. It feeds our insanity. It makes us hate when there is nothing to hate, fear when there is nothing to fear, fight when there is nothing to fight, and love nothing when there is so much that we should love. Sometimes I see it in the mirror. I know only this. In the end, we are all the same. We all share the same inevitability, the same aspirations, the same pain of loss, the same confusions, the same loneliness, and the same emptiness. I can't imagine a better reason to unite than these universal passions we share. It is truly horrible how we can let the actions of a few bad people envelop and tear apart the fabric of similarity and commonness we, as a school and town and state and nation and world, all share. These people manifest that specter we all try so desperately to repress. I want to believe that there is also a universal goodness in humanity, but there is a certain corruption of morality that far too often belies this claim. There is that great silent majority, though, and not the one that a crooked president once talked about. I mean that there is a great silent majority of people who believe in love and peace and freedom, and who can't stand the specter of hate and violence and oppression that lives virulently within the minority of those too angry to love and too spiteful to embrace their brothers. 4 decades and some days ago, Robert Francis Kennedy was shot in Los Angeles. He died on June 6, 1968. A few months before his death, he gave a speech about the same specter that haunts us to this day. He called it the mindless menace of violence in America that he said stains our land and every one of our lives. The speech came a day after the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., but the truths he imparted are applicable in any situation, on any occasion, anywhere in the world. He spoke with the sadness in his voice, but with hope in his heart. Speaking of the commonality of our short lives and our universal pursuit of happiness, these were his final words. Surely, he said, we can learn at least to look at those around us as fellow men. And surely we can begin to work a little harder, to bind up the wounds among us, and to become, in our own hearts, brothers and countrymen once again. Now, I wasn't supposed to speak about anything I've spoken about thus far. So for that, I'm sorry. But I just have these thoughts that plague my mind, and my only recourse was to express them on this momentous day, when my friends and classmates of years past march out into a haunted world, filled with specters of ignorance and demons of fear. Because today I consider myself maybe not the luckiest boy on the face of the earth, but lucky nonetheless. Lucky to have had my parents, who love me more than anything, and then love me some more. Lucky to have my brother and sister, who are the greatest friends a kid could ask for. Lucky to have my classmates who have supported me in everything I've done. You guys are the greatest bunch of idiots I've ever jumped into the near freezing Long Island Sound with. I couldn't have asked for better teachers. I can't imagine a more inspiring group of human beings who each day could so easily restore my faith and hope in humanity. And my friends have been like a second family these past few years, and I'm going to miss them like a family. But I know that the bonds we have forged are far too strong to be broken by the miles that will separate us, and that they will last a lifetime. So it is with my deepest respect and profound love that I implore you, the great silent majority, my classmates, faculty, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and people to fight the specter, the menace, the hatred, no matter how hard it may seem. Don't let your hearts freeze over as the glaciers melt. Don't turn the other cheek or a blind eye on injustice. As violence rises, don't let your heart sink. As souls are lost, remain profound and find solace and hope. We are all in this together, and together we can send this demon and specter of ignorance to perdition. My classmates and I are inheriting a bleak future, and there is nothing that can be done about that now. But there is no doubt in my mind that as we venture into tomorrow, and tomorrow's tomorrow, and the day after that, the commonality of passion that we share will permeate this fractured planet, and the specter will pale in the light of our hope. Thank you.